Hello, is James there?
Yeah.
Hey, James, this is RJ Bates calling about your property there on West 5th that you entered on my website. Are you still looking to sell that property?
Well, I would like to.
All right. How much would you like to sell it for?
What's that?
How much would you like to sell it for?
Well, what I want and what I get are always two different things. Uh, I wouldn't mind paying 120 out of it.
All right. Tell me a little bit about the property and what's going on with it.
Well, it's got a brand new roof. Well, it's 2 years old now. New siding. I've done a bunch of replacement of wood. When we did the siding, we replaced all the rotten wood, even was damaged underneath. Got new electrical. Well, within the last 5 years. New plumbing within the last 5 years. I've got everything that's needed to put a egress window in the basement. I got a bunch of drywall bought that I've got for refinishing the mudroom, stuff like that. It's an old house, built in '52. It needs some work, obviously.
Right.
I mean, it is livable. It's got hardwood floors throughout that are actually in pretty decent shape. They could use a refinish. I've textured and repainted the living room, hallway, dining room. One bedroom has been redone. Second and third bedrooms, I just got space with all new light fixtures, shit like that. It's most of the hard work. It just needs somebody to go in and do some cosmetic stuff.
Gotcha. And you currently live there, right?
Yeah, we live in a house.
And how quickly are you looking to move?
Well, depends on how quickly you can buy the house. I drive a truck over the road. I do have a mortgage.
What's that about the mortgage?
I do have a mortgage.
Gotcha.
And basically what it boils down to is I need to get enough out of the house to take mortgage off and have enough money to get relocated down to Florida and take move out.
All right. Well, let me see what I can do here. It's got about the exact same square footage size basement, right?
No, the basement is 1,100 square feet. If you count the unfinished mudroom upstairs, it's the upstairs is close to 1,200. It's got a 46 by 22 shop on it, two-section shop. One's a carport I had added on to the front of my existing garage with a 5-inch thick slab underneath it and a brand new driveway. So any pictures that you pull up online are probably out of date.
Okay.
I do have some older pictures of the house. If this is a cell phone, I could probably send them to you here in a few minutes.
No, this is my desk phone, so you can't text to it. But I've got a pretty good idea of what we're looking at here.
Oh, you're going to do the exploding biscuit? Okay.
Exploding biscuit. What is that?
It's a biscuit that the cheese is melted almost completely off of it. Or pancake. It's a sausage, egg, and pancake with cheese on it.
Oh, dude, that sounds good.
Yeah, except the cheese is all melted out into the package. So longer off of it. I think I'm gonna have a blizzard.
All right.
Steve right here. I'm in Loveland, Colorado.
What's your thoughts about that car wash right next to you? Does that ever give you any problems?
No, only when somebody pulls up there and parks and walks over to my house, the guy gets a little aggravated about it. But other than that, I really haven't had any issues with it. He actually was going to buy the house one time, and he ended up buying out his partner's car wash, so he was unable to buy the house. And his offer was actually $120,000.
Was it?
Yeah, he wanted the property to expand the car wash. So, with that being said, the guy bought the house and sat on it for a little while. The guy next door may buy it. I just don't have time to wait on it. I've got places to go, things to do, beaches to conquer.
I feel you there. I think I'm going to be a little bit less than 120, though. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to get there.
Tell me where you're at, and I'll tell you whether I'm insulted or not.
Well, I don't want to insult you. That's not what I intend to do. You know, it's just about what I'm seeing in the area and then what I could do with it as far as either fixing it up to resell it or to keep it as a rental property.
2 refills, this thing and a glazing.
Cash offer, no realtors. I cover the closing. Probably going to be about $85,000.
Yeah, go ahead. 85,000. Can you meet me at 91? And I'll throw in all the materials I already own. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
No, this is a no nonsense. We make a deal, you bring me a check for cash for dollar amount, and then, will you give me about 30 days to move out of it?
Yeah, because we go, we'll close through a title company. And so, that the title company would pay off the mortgage and then cut you a difference for the proceeds. And we could close in 30 days. We can do that. Here's what I'll say about 91,000. I am about 80% sure I can make that work. But obviously we're going to come out, we're going to walk the property and just verify, that we can make it work at that number. So what I can do is I'll send over a contract for the 91,000, closing date 30 days, and then probably sometime early next week, if you're there, we'll come out and we'll walk the property to verify the condition. Does that work for you?
I won't be home again until after the end of the month.
Until June 1st, you won't be back?
Yeah, anywhere between June 1st and 5th.
I got you.
I'll be home.
Is there anybody there or any way that we could see the property?
My wife is there, but she's from Kentucky.
I mean, we're talking about like a 15-minute walkthrough. That's all we need.
Yeah. Let me call and talk to her. I know I had an offer from another company at, I think it was 94,000, but they were going to get you.
Right. Well, like I said, I can send you over the contract for the 91,000. I got your email as you there? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I guess I lost signal.
Okay, what's a good email for you? I got you. Okay, well, like I said, I'll send over the contract. You talk to your wife, see what you guys want to do there. Regardless, if we need to wait until early June when you get back, we can make that work too. I mean, that's not that big of a deal, but I mean, it's really not a like intrusive thing. It's just come through and just walk through the house and just verify what's going on, snap a couple of pictures just so we can have record of what it is that we're buying, you know, and then we make our plans on what we're going to do after you guys move out.
Okay. Now that's the only walkthrough you'll need to do. I know because the last guy I was talking to wanted to do like 5 or 6 walkthroughs and then wanted me to sign power of attorney over, and I'm like, yeah, red flag. No, we're not doing that.
No, we ain't doing none of that mess. No, this is. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's the only one we're gonna want to do. I mean, we're probably gonna want to do another one right before we close, just to make sure you didn't, burn the sucker down. Just making sure whatever we're buying is still there. But
that's always an option because the damn thing's insured for like $250,000 or $300,000.
that give you a hell of a time on some beaches.
No, I know, right? No, I'm just kidding. Now I know. Here's what I've been told from the point of view of an investor, that once you put the egress window in, it becomes the only house on the block with a certifiable living space in the basement. And the house next door to me sold about a year ago for $183,000. It has a finished basement, but it doesn't have any certified living space. So any of the living space in the basement is all bonus space. Okay, so I do have the wheel well, the window, the 2x12s, etc., to put the window in. I actually had the hole dug once upon a time and could not get together with anybody to come over and cut the hole in the foundation so I could put the window in.
Oh, jeez.
That's good. And then when I did the carport, which was about the time that this wonderful virus kicked off, we're not going to mention any names. We all know what it is. Anyhow, so at that point in time, I was in the process of putting in the patio or the slab for the carport, which is 22 by 22 enclosed with an 8x7 door I think it's a 10 by 7 door and an 8 by 8 door. And then I widened the driveway out to a 2 full car driveway that goes down to a 1 car approach, because my property does not have a city easement across the front of it or right of way. So except for the curb. And if I wanted to cut the curb, then I could pull a permit. If I didn't want to cut the curb, then I could do the driveway without pulling a permit. If that makes sense.
It does.
And then also at the same time, I replaced the main water line from the meter to the hot water heater. And then it's got all new with the manifold system, hot and cold water plumbing throughout the house. And then I actually just redid the bathroom 4 months ago.
Gotcha. Well, like I said, James, I mean,
Great.
I think it's a good fit for us. Like I said, I'm pretty confident that we can do the 91 and work around your time frame. Like you said, give you about the 30 days and make this a pretty seamless transition for you. Get you off to your beaches.
Basically, all I'm going to do is take the extra money and buy a travel trailer, hook it behind my 40-foot Bluebird bus, and we're going to bounce.
What part of the country are you going to go to?
Well, I've been exploring Texas. We really like Florida. Down south, trying to get out of cold weather. And me driving a truck, my job goes anywhere I go.
Right.
I'm buying the truck, so I'm pretty much owner operator.
Have you been to the Texas beaches before?
No, not yet.
Well,
I will be visiting.
They're not as great as the Florida beaches. I'll leave it at that. We have some beautiful things here in Texas. Beaches is not one of the top things that, people love Galveston. And I'm not going to say I haven't had a good time down there, but the Florida beaches are a lot prettier.
I'll tell you one thing I'm trying to do is stay away from major coastal cities.
All right.
Just simply because the price of living there is just stupid.
Well, we got some of those here in Texas, and you got some in Florida too. So you can either one of the places you're thinking about, you can find them there.
I've got a company where the reason why we're thinking about Florida is I've got a company there that the company I'm leased to has a dedicated contract with.
Mm-hmm.
That would get me home more often. Right now, I don't have any freight going through where I live.
That makes sense. Well, all right, man. Well, you got any other questions for me?
That contract that you're sending over, will both the wife and I both have to sign it?
Are you both owners of it?
Yes.
Then yes. Do you have a good email for her?
Are you doing like the
Like DocuSign.
DocuSign?
Yeah.
Okay. It's
All righty. Well, I'll send it to you first, and then she'll sign second, and then I'll sign last, and we'll go from there. All right?
all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, James. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.